next article is, because this article is not covering directly in the Hindu, because in the digitally you can access like text and content the import ban on drones. But do not worry about that. We are going to cover all the articles which have been somehow important in your terms of your prelims and as well as mains exam. Here is text and context. So syllabus is here: international trade and national security. Something is drone regulation. So who is the Director General of Foreign Trade issued on like DGFTI. DGFT issued an order on February 9 prohibiting the immediate effect of import of drones completely built up CBU semi-knocked down of completely knocked down CKD forms. So in this regard, we are going to following points. What are the current sources or needs to be drone in India? What does the order say? What was the situation before this order? And what other measures has the government taken to promote indigenous drone manufacturing? And how the drone industry has been reacted to import ban? Okay. So context: the Director General of Foreign Trade issued an order of 9 and CBU. However, import of drone component is free. Like if you are going to purchase a drone components, that is free, implying that no permission is needed to import drone parts like diodes, like chips, like motors, like lithium ion batteries. No need to take the permission. In this regard, we are going to understand following points. Sorry. Okay, what are the sources and needs for the drones in India? For its, we can say, for the its defense needs, India import drones from Israel and US consumers. They import from Israel and US consumer drones, and such as those used in wedding photography come from China, while drones of light shows also come from China as well as Russia. Apart from the drones are also used for variety of purpose such as surveying, mapping. As we can see, the Swamitwa scheme, the government has been launched Swamitwa scheme, and through this Swamitwa scheme, the government is mapping with the help of drone. So basically we can say, like, apart from the drones also used for the variety of imposes purpose such as survey and mapping, which is known to be a Swamitwa schemes, right? Security and surveillance, inspections, constructions, progress monitoring, and drone delivery. In an effort to boost local manufacturers, the government has also announced production linked incentive, PLI. What is PLI? Production linked incentives schemes for drones and drones components with the aim to make India as a global drone India by 2030. But what is the PLI schemes which we have covered in the last class? What is the PLI scheme? So basically, production linked incentives or PLI scheme that aims to give companies incentives or incremental sales from product manufacturers in domestic units. So basically, we can say production linked incentive is a scheme that aims to give companies incentives. If they're giving the company incentives, that is known to be a PLI scheme. If it is trying to promote such industry, that is known to be a PLI schemes for drones and drone components with the aim to make India as a global drone hub by 2030. Okay, so what does the order says? So basically we can say complete prohibition of import of drones is completely built up CBU, semi-knockdown SKD for the complete knockdown forms exemptions for R&D and defense. Import of drones by government entity, education institution recognized by central and state government recognition if there is with the purpose of research and development, that has been to be not allowed. And drone components is that The order also says that import of drone components is free, implying that no permission is needed from the DGFT, allowing local manufacturers to import parts like diodes, chips, motors, lithium or battery. So complete prohibition of drones is completely built by CBU, Research and Development, and drone components. So the order also says that import of drones components is free, implying that no permission is needed from the DGFT, allowing the local manufacturers to import parts like diodes, chips, motors, lithium-ion battery, etc. Okay, what has the government done for earlier? So what the other measures has the government taken to promote indigenous drone manufacturing? Liberalized drone rules 2021. What it says, that reduce the number of forms to be filled to seek authorization from 50 to 25 to 5, dispensed with the needed for the security clearance before any registration or issuance of license. Research and development entities to have been provided blanket exemptions. Permission and restrictions of foreign owned company registered in the India have also been removed. The government has also announced a production links incentive schemes for drones. It means that government are trying to promote it. So PLI का मतलब क्या होता है? Production linked incentive, which means that the government is trying to promote such industries, right? So basically, R&D entities to have been provided blanket exemption from all kinds of permissions. So the government has also announced a production link incentive schemes for drones and drones components with the aim to make India as a global drones hub by 2030. So it has allocated 120 crores. Do not need to think about this one amount. It's not needed and not will ask in the exam as well. So government is encouraging foreign manufacturers to set up assembly lines in India. Okay, so now we can see how has the drone industry reacted to the import ban and what is likely to be the immediate impact on the announcement. Good initiative. It is a good move to the government to nurture and protect the drone industry in India, and we will ensure that the Indian manufacturer has the control of the IP, design, software, which gives him a total understanding and control of the product of this. Since most of the components of the drone are imported, what we are looking is assembly plants rather than manufacturing. So variety of uses we can use for the mapping and the purpose of mapping and security and surveillance we are using it. What is the negative consequences? What are the negative consequences for this rule? Who use drones for photography and videography for wedding and events? These primarily come from China because they are cheaper and easy to use. India still has a lot of catching up to do in the manufacturing them. So they people will got hurt. So like the ban is because not is is appropriate for him. So this is the negative consequences.